What's up, guys? Happy Friday. We're back with a whole lot of fitness. So for today's training, what we've got, your warm-up is going to be 4 rounds. You're going to do 10 half burpees followed by 5 broad jumps. So for the half burpee, you can start with these nice and slow, and then you can add a little bit of tempo to them as you go along. But all we're looking to do is a burpee where you don't stand up. So you're going to do a burpee like this, down, and then you're just going to jump up. And you can stretch out a little bit here if you like. And again, feel free to start with some step back, step ups, nice and slow. And then as you go along, you can start to quicken them up to try and get that heart rate up a little bit. So you got 10 of those, and then you got 5 broad jumps. For the broad jumps, I'm gonna do a very shallow, short broad jump in my slippers, so never mind me. But you're gonna hinge, chest comes down, make sure that you load into your glutes, and then we're gonna follow through. And you're just gonna jump a reasonable distance. You're gonna start nice and easy, so landing gently, not jumping too far. And as the rounds go along, you can start to jump a little bit further, a little bit further. After that, you've got 3 sets of a 20-foot death march, followed by 5 inchworms. So for the death march, what we're looking to do, you're gonna stagger your feet, so take a step so that you're 1 foot slightly in front of the other, and then we're gonna relax the back, sweep through, take another step, sweep through, and again, for the most part, I'm going to relax my lower back, and I'm just looking to stretch out my hamstrings and my erectors a little bit. And then you got 5 inchworms, grab 2 push-ups in the bottom each time, so knees or toes, doesn't matter, so you can do RX push-ups, great. If not, drop down to your knees. But again, for those, you're just going to grab the toes, stretch for a second, walk all the way out, grab your push-ups, and then keep the legs straight and walk all the way back in, and then stand. Okay. No, stop. So that's your warm-up. After that, you got your strength work, which is going to be 5 sets of 6 tempo deadlifts on each leg. So, a couple options here. Again, single leg deadlifts, any object that you have. So, kettlebell, dumbbell, loaded backpack. Again, the backpack is a great way to be able to load up to heavier weights. You're going to do 6 reps on each leg. The tempo is going to be a 2-second count on the way down, a 1-second pause in the bottom, not resting on the floor, and then an explosive drive up to the top. If you happen to have a barbell, you can do normal deadlifts. So again, we haven't done a normal deadlift in a while because again, a lot of people don't have enough weight. But if you have a barbell and you have enough weight to build up to a decently challenging deadlift, you can do 5 sets of 6 at a tempo. So no matter what type of deadlift you're doing, you are going to do 1 1,000, 2 1,000, down to the ground, squeeze back up, 1 1,000, 2 1,000. So really focusing on loading slowly, and that's true whether you're doing a single leg or a double leg. If you're going to do the single leg variation, make sure that you're reaching this foot back behind me as far as I can, so I'm really lengthening out this hamstring. And when you hinge forward, remember, nothing changes in the midline. So the shoulders are pulled back the whole time, the back is nice and flat, and then I squeeze back up. So again, there's no rounding, there's no reaching for the ground, anything like that. So again, just a tempo. If you're doing single leg options, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, hold, squeeze. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, hold, squeeze back up. We'll do 6 reps on each leg. So that's your strength work. After that, your conditioning. So come on over. So you've got 4 time. You're going to do 5 rounds of 12 chair dips and 12 weighted step ups. And then you're going to do 3 rounds of 20 push-ups and 20 kettlebell swings. And then you're going to do 1 set of 60 burpees to finish it up. So all those movements, what we have. So for the chair dips, again, you can load those up if you are strong enough. So you can always RX plus a little bit. But for those, hands go just outside the shoulders. You're going to step forward, legs are straight, and then we're just going to lower down to 90 and then press back up to extension. And as a scaling option, I'm going to bring my feet in so that I can use my legs for a little bit of assist and I can take some of my body weight off. And if you can, load an object on your lap. So take a, again, textbook, dumbbell, something like that, make those more challenging. After 12 reps, you're going to do 12 weighted step-ups, make those heavy. So again, load up a backpack, toss it on your back, or you can hold a heavy dumbbell or a heavy kettlebell. You're going to do 12 step-ups, so 6 on each leg, alternate each time, just making sure that you're coming to full extension. So extend your hip, extend your head too, if you can. And you're going to come back down, switch legs, same thing on the other side. For those, goal height's about 24 and 20 inches. So again, a normal box height. So if you can make that happen, try and do so. So 5 rounds of that, 12 chair dips, 12 weighted step-ups. Not going to be super aerobic. It's going to be a little bit more strength focused. After that, you've got 3 rounds, 20 push-ups, 20 kettlebell swings, getting a little bit more aerobic. Again, for your push-up scaling option, normal push-ups on the ground. You can add weight if 20 push-ups is relatively easy. Or you can elevate the surface and you can do your push-ups on the edge of a chair. So on the edge of the couch or on the edge of a chair. Same range of motion though. Again, always, always, always elbows stay tucked in relatively close to the body the whole time. I maintain a rigid plank position and I make sure that I make contact with the object right around my brow line and then press back up. And again, that's true for elevated push-ups or for RX push-ups. After the push-ups, you've got 20 kettlebell swings, and you're going to go all the way overhead with those. So if your weight allows. If the weight doesn't allow, then you don't have to go overhead, just go as high as you can. So you've got 3 rounds of that, 20 push-ups, 20 swings. For the swing, only important thing to remember is that, again, it's a hinging exercise. So when I go to load for my kettlebell swing, shins are vertical, hips go back, and then my chest comes forward just a little bit so that I'm really feeling this exercise in the hamstrings and in the butt cheeks. And then I want to squeeze my butt as hard as I can to try and fly that kettlebell up as high as possible every time. And again, you can swing a backpack, you can swing a dumbbell, swing a kettlebell, get creative with it. And for both of these things, feel free to modify reps a little bit based on what weights you have and based on how good you are at push-ups. This couplet is going to be the whole workout's going to be very shoulder intensive. It's a lot of pressing. But you're really going to start to feel it here in the push-ups and the swings. And then you've got a 60 burpee sprint to the finish. So just normal burpees. Make sure that you extend the hips. Make sure you get a little jump off the ground. So don't do those ugly-ass dolphin burpees. Try and avoid those. So that's your workout for the day. 5 rounds, 12 dips, 12 step-ups. Right into 3 rounds, 20 push-ups, 20 swings. Right into 1 set of 60 burpees. After that, your accessory work. You've got 3 rounds, 12 tempo weighted hip thrust, and then 12 to 20 leg curls. So for the tempo weighted hip thrust, again, that handy dandy backpack or a sandbag is going to come in handy dandy. So it's going to go on your lap. You're going to put put your upper back on a chair or on a couch. And then for the hip thrust, we've got a 2-second descent followed by a 1-second pause. So again, object here. I'm going to make sure upper back is on the resting surface, whatever that might be. And then I'm going to drop down to a comfortable level, 1,000, 2, 1,000. And then I'm going to squeeze my butt, hold for a 1-second count. 1,000, 2, 1,000. Hold for 1,000. And keep going through my 12 reps. Again, it's a great hip exercise. After that, we're going to work the opposing side. We're going to do some leg curls. So a couple options for leg curls. If you have a band, that's going to be the easiest way to try and do a leg curl. The other way is going to be to pinch an object between your legs. So again, backpack would probably be your best bet. I'm going to use a med ball because a lot of our CFP folks have med balls. So how this is going to work? Again, you are going to pinch the ball between your feet. You're going to lay down on a surface, preferably elevated. So again, lay down on a bench or on a couch, table, something like that. Object is pinched between my feet, and then I'm just going to do 20 curls. So I'm just going to squeeze that object up to about 90 degrees, and I'm focusing on just using my hamstrings to do that exercise. And you're going to go for 20 reps here. Again, other options, backpack, another great thing, because you can just strap it to your feet and you can do it for the curls there. Sandbag, another great option. Dumbbell, yeah, if you trust yourself to pinch a dumbbell between your feet, you can absolutely do that. I'm not sure I do to demo, so I'm going to go ahead and refrain. But if you happen to have a band, so a couple ways that you can set up the banded curls. So latch it onto something, anything really will work. And then what we're going to do is, nope, wrong way, banded curls, other way. So you can lay down, you're going to hook the band around your feet. So again, band goes out to the side and I've got it kind of pulled up with my toes. And then I can lay down here and I'm going to do my curls. So I'm going to squeeze, trying to keep that band around my feet. Again, going for 20 reps. And that's if you have access to a resistance band. That would be the ideal method. So if you have a resistance band, do this first. That'll be the great way to do it. Otherwise, again, any object that you can, pinch it between your feet. So for that, you've got 3 rounds of the 12 hip thrusts at a tempo, and then you're going to do anywhere from 12 to 20 leg curls, depending how much hammy pump you want. And then after that, your mobility for the day, you've got a 1-minute puppy dog pose. So again, hands on an object, sink the hips back. And we're just going to let the chest come through, stretching out the upper body a little bit. Again, a lot of pressing in today's workout, so we really want to try and open up those shoulders, open up that chest. And then you've got a 3-minute seated straddle. So for the seated straddle, legs will go out as wide as you can get them. Sit back. And then you've got 3 minutes to just try and fall down the middle and relax. Here you're going to be feeling a stretch in the hamstrings, the groin, the low back, and you can definitely manipulate the stretch by leaning side to side. You can add a little bit of QL into it, or you can just dive down one leg as hard as you want to really hit that hamstring. So it's up to you guys, but spend 3 minutes just kind of playing with a seated straddle. That is your programming for Friday. So kick the weekend off the right way. If you've forgotten what day it is, hopefully these videos help you kind of remember that there are still days of the week. But other than that, when you do the workout, tag us, Forged by Zeus, Palace.Ithaca, CrossFit Queens. We will see you guys tomorrow for Saturday's training. Enjoy.